Welcome to another Marvel Legends Infinite Series review. This time we're looking at the Winter Soldier from the Captain America Winter Soldier toy line. Now, this is a figure that I was very excited for just because, I'm not too, I don't know too much about the Winter Soldier. I know that he's Bucky, but just in all, for having to be the main villain of a film, this is just an exceptionally good looking figure. It has its ups and it has its downs. And you're kind of looking at one of the downs right now, but I still like it. So let's get into it. As far as accessories go, he comes with two heads. This is the head that was initially shown, the one I'm putting on now, which has the goggles and the mask. Now I almost wish it had a third alternate head where it was just the face mask and without the goggles where you could see his eyes, because I thought that looked pretty badass in the movie, where it was like a mix where you could see his eyes but you didn't see like any mouth features going on. Especially when he catches Captain America's shield, I thought that looked pretty cool. But I mean, understandable that they just have a budget for two heads. This one looks really good. They just, with Black Widow, describing Winter Soldier as a ghost, this kind of gives him that, that kind of mysterious persona of him being, a shadow, a ghost. Like, you don't see any, human features in him, just like a cold-blooded assassin. And the mask itself has a great amount of detail. But I still prefer the face on this one, and it's not aesthetically pleasing, not exactly. They did kind of mess up on the black on the face. They made the area much too big and pretty faded, but they also did way low on his face. Instead of keeping him more around his eyes, they brought it they pretty much started right at his eye and then have it go down to damn near his mouth. So that looks kind of weird like that. If they would just did a little bit more accurately, I think it would have look a lot better. So I'd like to see someone repaint this, just wipe out this black and start anew and see what that would look like, because it could be done. A lot of people complain about the facial expression. I don't mind it. It's passable. It doesn't look a whole lot like the actor that portrays Bucky / Winter Soldier, but it does good. It does good. The paint job on this figure is absolutely amazing. I love the silver and black detailing on this robotic arm. The brown on the outfit was a little bit distracting at first, but it looks really good too. Pants have a nice ripple effect. He has molded in weapons everywhere. He has a knife there in his pocket. He has bullets in his side forearms. He has another knife molded into the back of his belt here. And basically his entire arm is a weapon. He has pockets everywhere. Speaking of weapons, we'll go into one of his other accessories, and unfortunately it's this silly oversized red and black rifle. This thing is stupid. I don't like it. Damn bugs, leave me alone. This thing goes from his foot to just about his chest, and because it's kind of especially the tip is a soft rubber plastic, you'll often find them warped. So you'd have to get a heat gun or a hairdryer, heat it up and get it back into shape, or just bend it enough. I find that using a hairdryer is really good for getting out those really hard to fix bends in plastic like that. And it's not too good looking when you have him hold it either. I would really much prefer it if he had a smaller gun, a little bit of a smaller assault rifle or smaller sniper rifle. I'm not sure exactly what look they were going for with this figure, or with this gun, but it just does not look all too great. So I'll put it off the side. Other than that, his head, the only other accessory, which I forgot to cover with the Captain America figure, is that he does come with the Mandroid, one of the Mandroid legs, which is, this piece is almost just flat, just a repaint of the Ironmonger legs. I don't see any differences. There might be some, but I can't think of any. I don't have my Ironmonger out to really compare them to, but it does look amazingly just like the Ironmonger leg, just silver. As far as articulation goes, he has even worse up and down motion in the head, but this is understandable because he has a lot of hair going down, and that just kind of restricts the motion. But you still, because of it's a ball joint for the head swapping gimmick, you still do get a little bit of hand motion or head motion, but that's it. Excuse me. You get an ab crunch here with a waist swivel. Get a universal shoulder joint, goes up and down. Bicep swivel. This one's kind of stiff. Double hinged elbows, which that was pretty stiff there. Doesn't go as close as the one in Captain America, but you know, it's fairly decent. Rotating wrists that do go in and out. His belt is also loose, just like Captain America's was. Ball jointed hip with a mid thigh swivel. Double hinged knee with a little bit of a foot swivel there too. So articulation of this guy is, you know, pretty standard. Nothing too outrageous and nothing too restricting that is not beyond reason. There we go. Oh, there you go. So this figure has become relatively hard to find, even though it was packed 2 to a case, just because of the popularity of this toy line. It's getting harder to find. So, but I do recommend people getting this. If you don't like this face, you can always use just this one, but just so happens that I do like this face, so I'm gonna keep it on. Not that there's anything wrong with this one. It's just what I prefer. I'm kind of leaning towards more seeing like just the person's face if they have that choice. Just like how I mentioned with Captain America. Yeah. So I do recommend picking up this figure. It's a great, amazingly detailed figure. Really cool to look at. It could have used some extra hands, but it's not bad. I guess all that extra hand money went into this silly gun. But yeah, this gun is pretty retarded. If you have any weapons that could be used with this, I'd definitely recommend anything like more realistic assault rifles or sniper rifles that you could use. I'd definitely recommend getting some more realistic guns for this figure, because this is pretty lame. But other than that, you know, great figure. Definitely recommend picking it up. Until next time, thank you for watching.